There are two objectives for viewing a browser's control panel. First is to execute JavaScript. Second is to view messages logged by the browser or logged by the developer. In this session, our focus will be to view messages logged by the browser. Most of the times, we view the console logs to get details about an error. With those details, we can identify the root cause of the problem. Our AUT is this Lego page, and CTRL SHIFT I is a shortcut to the Developer Tools panel. In the Console tab, we already have some logs because the page has already been loaded. We can clear the logs, reload the page, then watch the logs show back up. DevTools failed to load SourceMap and HTTP error status code 404. The Developer Tools class in Selenium 4 provides a way to listen to these logs, which has 4 log levels: verbose, info, warning, and errors. Verbose is not checked for default. Therefore, the messages will not be wordy. It won't have many words in the message. Info means the logs will have important information about an event. Warnings indicate a strange condition might cause a problem with operations. Errors let us know a condition is likely to cause a problem with operations. Now, for our test script, Chrome driver is set up and the window is maximized. Start by writing @test public void view console logs. Let's add some steps, but write them as comments. First, we get the DevTools and create a session. Let me correct this right quick. I don't want to misspell it. Then send a command to enable the logs. Next, we add a listener for the logs. Finally, we load the AUT. To get the DevTools, we must cast the driver if WebDriver is our type. We cannot directly write driver.getDevTools. Notice getDevTools is not available. We have to cast the driver by writing Chrome driver.getDevTools. If you want to directly write driver.getDevTools, we must change the type to Chrome driver. Now I'm going to start over and write driver.getDevTools. Do you see how getDevTools return DevTools? That's an indicator this statement must be assigned to DevTools with an object reference of any name, but I'm going to write DevTools. Now we have access to all of the methods I mentioned in the introduction. Before we perform any more steps, we must take control of the Developer Tools panel in the browser by creating a session. DevTools.create session. The purpose of this statement is to start a session in the Chrome browser. Next is to enable the logs in the console. DevTools.send. Send is a method that has built-in commands and accepts command as a parameter. It allows us to interact with the Developer Tools. Log.enable allows us to listen to the logs in the next part. But for here, we see log.enable is one of those commands for the send command, for the send method. Log serves as a representation or model for the CTP command. Now that we have the logs enabled, this is the part where we go and listen for the logs by writing DevTools.add listener. Once again, we write log, but this time it's an event for entry added. Log entry and a lambda expression. To use this lambda expression, you must have Java 1.8 or higher. Let's print, let's print some of them log entries. And I'm gonna start by writing S out for log entry dot as Selenium log entry. This is where I notice a difference between Selenium 4 Alpha 1 and the current version. I changed my pom.xml file to use the version for Alpha 1. Alpha 1 has as Selenium log entry for a method. In this screenshot, we see Alpha 6 does not have as Selenium log entry for a method. Alpha 6 is not the most recent version. However, Alpha 6 and the most recent version added more methods, although as Selenium log entry is missing. So they don't have as Selenium log entry as a method, but it added more methods. Alpha 1 does not have methods get args, get line number, get network request ID, get stack trace, get URL, and get worker ID. Go back to my IDE, and here's my pom.xml file that shows Alpha 1 for Selenium 4. I'm going to add some hyphens. And then add some more log entries. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 or so hyphens. And the log entry I'm going to add now is source. Log entry dot get the source. I'm going to copy this and also get the source for, get it for a level. There it is. And change source to level. Let's add maybe 2 more log entries. Change level to text and change get level to get text. Change level to timestamp and change get level to get timestamp. Okay, last but not least, we're going to load the AUT to view the console logs. Driver.get. And I think the URL is https://www.lego.com/404. Let's run. It passed. In the console, we see some of the same information because that method as Selenium log entry combined different log entries. And we also printed the individual entry. For example, it has source as network, level equal to error, text equal to failed to load resource, and the timestamp. That's it for capturing the logs using Selenium 4 CTP, and I'll see you in the next session. If you're interested in more videos, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon. Also, follow me on Twitter, connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. The transcript and code will get placed on GitHub, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.